Hi, it's Diane Roberts here from scoreat4.25.blogspot.com, and I have my paper pumpkins strewn out all over my desk here to show you the pinwheel potty instructions for paper pumpkin. If you have paper pumpkin, you really don't need the instructions as to how to put these pinwheels together. Paper pumpkin is just such a wonderful product. Each month, if you're signed up for paper pumpkin, Stampin' Up! Sends you a kit. And this month is just a fantastic kit. You are able to make, I believe it's 24 pinwheels. They also give you little banners that I am going to put on a pinwheel. They give you baker's twine. You have all these brads and cute little clips. We also have 3 different stamps, which you can see are potty, stars, and the Celebrate stamp, which I've already mounted, and I have already put on one of these little banners that you can just punch right out. They also give you goodie bags, enough goodie bags to put together, little goodie bags for your friends. Maybe put it on the pinwheel, or as suggested in your little instruction booklet, put just maybe a cookie and a pinwheel on the bag, or maybe just make actual pinwheels. So this kit comes to you each month for $19.95, shipping included, and you get all this stuff to just open up your little paper pumpkin box, see all your treats, and just get going. They even give you the Stampin' Spot for the color you need, and they provide you the glue dots. I will put together one of these pinwheels so you can see how it's done, but then I'm going to show you how to make a pinwheel on your own, because if you missed the boat this month and didn't sign up for the June paper pumpkin, that means you didn't get to make these pinwheels. You can sign up for next month's paper pumpkin. I can't tell you what it is because I don't know. It's always a surprise that comes to your door once a month. But I'll show you how you can make some pinwheels on your own. It'll be a little more time consuming because you have to go out and get your straws and get your brads, unless you have some. But first of all, let me show you how to put a pinwheel together. Let's do one of these red striped ones. Okay, it's very simple because, as you can see, Stampin' Up! Has already provided you the square and has already scored it for you, and has already punched little tiny holes in 4 of the corners and 1 tiny hole in the middle. So all you need to do to create your pinwheel is to grab a brad, and one thing they suggest is to maybe give your pinwheel corners a little curl. I'm curling the corners that have the piercing in it to make it. You can actually do each side if you'd like. Kind of breaks down the fiber of the paper and makes it very pliable and easy to work with. Okay, back to the brad. So you grab a brad, stick it through the tiny hole that is already there for you, and then you just continue that process, pushing your brad through the little holes on each of the corners of this 4.5 by 4.5 inch square. Let me grab the last one. See, it's a little tricky. I'm on the 4th one now. Then I just push down to the center. You can see that's where the little center hole is already punched. So you just push down into the center, push your brad through, and open the edges up like so. And there is your pinwheel. Now they give you glue dots to attach it to a straw, but I'm going to use some glue dots that I already have open. I'm going to put 2 glue dots on the back of this pinwheel. You can barely see them. And then I'm going to attach the straw to the back. And there you have it. How cute is that? But we can add more things to it. We also have got a little banner that we can place anywhere we'd like. I'm going to put a glue dot to hold this together. I was going to stamp on the other side of that banner, but I don't think I will. Yeah, why don't I? Well, if you're going to put your banners on your straw, it might be a good idea to just take your stamp. Love these photopolymer stamps. You see exactly where you're stamping. And I'm stamping Celebrate on each side. And by doing that, if I put a glue dot in the middle, I can attach it to that straw. I'm going to put a glue dot in the middle and a glue dot on the end. Attach it to the straw this way, and here. So it says celebrate either way you look at it. It's up to you. This is totally whatever you want to do. We also have little clips. You have baker's twine. You can add little, you could add the celebrate banner up here with a little bow and a little clip. So it's whatever you want to do. So I'm here to tell you about what happens if you miss the boat, but you really want to make some pinwheels for the 4th of July. Here's what you can do. What you need is a piece of paper that's 4.5 by 4.5, but you'll have to do your own cutting, of course. I'm using a leftover paper stack from Seasons of Style last year, but you can use anything. I just happened to remember that there were some red stripes in this paper, and even though it looks like it might be Christmas, today it's not. We're going to use it for a pinwheel. Get out your Stampin' Up! Trimmer, your Stampin' Trimmer, and we're going to make this 4.5 inches square. The paper comes 4.5 inches out of the stack, so one of our cuts is already made. So I will cut it at 4.5. So now we have 4.5 by 4.5 inch square. I've got my notes here. So what you're going to do is line up your corner with the first line, you know, your ruler up here on your Stampin' Trimmer, and put each point of your square in the runner, in the track of your scorer. Take your scoring blade, and what you're going to do is you're going to cut down to the 2 3/4 inch mark. I'll show you what I mean. There's a measurement here. You just drag your cutting down. You've got a little point here that'll take you to 2 3/4. Then lift up, bring your cutter down to 3.5. Once you have it at 3.5, making sure your point's still straight, cut it the rest of the way. Do that twice. I'll repeat. Here you go. You set up both corners. Bring your cutter up here. Set up both corners. Drag this down till you reach the 2 3/4 inch mark, and then lift it up so that you're not cutting. And we're going to start at the 3.5 inch mark right here. 3.5. And cut the rest of the way down. And there you have your four pinwheel corners. So that was pretty simple. It's much more simple to have Stampin' Up! Do it for you though. Well, anyway, all I did was eyeball the center. You've got 4 cuts here, so eyeball the center of your square, and using your piercing tool, pierce a hole, and then you're going to need to pierce 4 holes in the corners. So we're going to, if we're starting here, I'll go just maybe 3/8 of an inch in and make a hole, and then go to your next section with it. Just after the cut, maybe about 3/8 of an inch, make a hole, pierce your hole. Repeat that for all four corners, and that's about it. Of course, you need a brad. You don't have these big gorgeous brads here, but you might have the little brads that Stampin' Up! Sells, or you might have a brad from your candy dots. These are the brads bases for the candy dots, which are a nice size for the pinwheel. And actually, you could put a brad in the end of this at the end to make it match your pinwheel. So same process, is just to get your bone folder and do a little bit of pulling down with the bone folder, just curling your edges like so, and then same process again, finding your little piercings, sticking your brad through, oops, bringing it around, curling your corners. One to go, and here it is. Okay, hopefully I have. Now looking for that center, which I might have been a little off, but we'll see. It's probably a more scientific measuring way you can make this find the center, but I'm just doing it quick to give you an idea. And there you have it. There's your pinwheel created with your leftover paper. It would look just as good as the others. You may even have red, white, and blue paper, or you may be having some kind of a party where you want to showcase another color and you want to do your own pinwheels, but this stripy one would look good with this, or it will look good on one of the goodie bags. So if, like I said, I keep saying if you missed the boat, if you didn't happen to order your paper pumpkin this month, you might want to consider it for next month, because who knows what next month's paper pumpkin surprise will be. Okay, happy stamping!